guys, today's activity is for the kids to write a letter to one of their friends, or they can write it to a teacher, and they're going to share it on our Zoom meeting on Thursday at 4. So they can actually work on it today or tomorrow or however long it might take them if they really want to spend the time on it. But I wanted them to be able to share it on our Thursday Zoom meeting. And I wanted to hop on here and give a little bit of background information for parents about emergent writing and kind of what that looks like. So I like this stages of development chart that I have. I tried to take it out of this attachment that I have, but it won't let me, so I just decided to videotape it. So when you are sitting down and your child is wanting to journal or write or draw, I always prompt them to label their pictures or write about what they wrote. So when they're writing their picture, drawing their picture about what they miss about pre-K, what they're going to miss about pre-K, you can get them to draw the pictures, and then you want them to label it. So basically that means if they're drawing a picture about the playground, maybe they can try and write the word playground. Or if they're drawing a picture about friends, their friends, maybe they can write their friends' names if they remember how to spell it, or they can just write the word friends. So I kind of wanted to start you off looking at this because this kind of breaks down where your child might be in their development. So when we're thinking about children's writing, a lot of it, like this might be in the early stages. There's a lot of scribbling and mock writing, but that's actually a really good sign because that shows that the child is understanding that print has meaning. So instead of just drawing pictures, they know, okay, I've seen words before and words kind of look like this, and they're trying to mimic that. And then where it has scribbling with letters, they're kind of looking like letter forms. That might be an E, that might be an L. So they know what letters look like, and they're trying to recreate that. But they're not having any kind of letter sound correspondence. They're not trying to sound anything out at this point. At this level, where a lot of students may be, is they know a lot of letters and they're just writing letters. They're just writing strings of letters that might represent a word. But at that point, they're not really using any letter sound correspondence. They're not sounding anything out. They're just writing the letters that they know, but you can tell that the handwriting has gotten better. At this point, kids are starting to just look around and copy words and print that they see around. And that's when they're writing words that they've committed to memory. So words like mom and love, their own names. So this is kind of where we're pushing the kids to be when they leave pre-K. And I'm proud to say a lot of kids were already there. So what you want them to do, let's say the kid said, I love cats. So what we're pushing them to do is listen for the sounds that they hear, write the sounds that they hear. And in the beginning, that's just going to be the beginning sound. I always prompt the kids, what do you hear at the beginning? And that's what they write. So here's an example. If they were going to say, I love cats, ILC. And that's what we want. When it progresses, they might hear some of the other sounds in the word, the initial sound, the beginning sound, or maybe the ending sound. And then down here, that's more a kindergarten level. So if your child is already there, that's awesome. But really what we want when we send them to kindergarten, we want them to be in this range. So when they're writing their letter to their friend, or they can write to me or Miss B, whatever, and tell us what they miss about pre-K, try and get them to label their picture using kid writing. So I never want to say, oh, that's not right, that's not right. There's a time and a place for to correct them, but when they're trying to express themselves, just pump them up and encourage them, because it's hard for them, and you want to make it an enjoyable thing. They'll like to write and they want to do it more. So I just thought this would be helpful going forward. When you and your child sit down to write, your child might be at any one of these stages, but a lot of our kids were right here, or maybe before that, they were just copying things around the class, but we really want to push them to be at those two levels. So I wanted you guys to know that so you could help your child because they're not able to be in the classroom with me and Miss B. So yeah, that's emergent writing. If you have any questions, just let me know.